They did it. They finally did it. I told you it was coming. And like I predicted, HUD announced today, February 22nd, that they're going to, effective March 20th, 2023, lower the mortgage insurance premium on FHA loans. FHA loans are getting cheaper. Stay tuned. I'll give you some details. All right, Matt the Mortgage Guy, residential mortgage broker, licensed across the country. GreatMortgageBroker.com. That's how you connect with me and my team. I'm going to jump into it today. You've seen me on my channel, on other channels and interviews, talking about how FHA has collected the same mortgage insurance premium for years, and they've got billions upon billions in the coffer. People aren't defaulting on these loans, and so they've got room, and in my opinion, they should have done it sooner, but better late than never, to lower that mortgage insurance premium. And what it's going to do, and the articles, reiterate what it's going to do, it's going to help underserved communities have more affordable mortgages, right? And so I'm going to start with the article that I was reading, and then I'll show you the reduction, what it's going to look like on different types of loans. So stay tuned till the end, because I'm going to actually show you $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 loans and how it affects your monthly payment. All of the articles that you find online, if you type in like FHA, reduced mortgage insurance premium, will tell you here that the Housing and Urban Development, HUD, announced it today. They're going to lower the MIP premiums from 0.85 to 0.55. There's a chart that if you put 5% down or more, it's going to be slightly less. I'll show you all those numbers, but what I really wanted to get into was, the administration and this talk has been going on for years. What do we do to help low to moderate income? What do we do to help underserved communities? Things like this will help, right? And they did it on FHA loans specifically, lowered that mortgage insurance premium because they know that FHA loans are used by first-time home buyers. And it says it here, right? Nearly 84% of FHA mortgages are first-time home buyers. 43% of FHA borrowers are low income. This is according to HUD. And then also they stated that 23%, or is that 23 or 25? 25% are borrowers of color, the White House fact sheet said, right? So by reducing the cost of the mortgage insurance premium on FHA loans, they aim to make home ownership more affordable for historically underserved communities, right? And so this is a good thing. FHA loans and FHA borrowers are back in the market. They actually have a chance to get their offers accepted. So mortgage brokers just like me across the country are helping folks that didn't have opportunities in the super hot 20 and 21 markets actually get their offers accepted. Okay, so let me show you what I did today, because I think examples matter. And this is a $400,000 loan. On the left-hand side, I've got the old mortgage insurance premium of 0.85. So it's $278 a month. And with the new premium of 0.55, it's $180 a month, $98 a month savings on this $400,000 purchase. Average across the country might be a little bit lower. So I'll show you 300,000, and then I'll tell you the math on how you can kind of figure it out for any price point. This is $74 from $209 down to $135 on a $300,000 purchase. For all intents and purposes, for every $100,000 borrowed, you're going to save $25 per month with this lower mortgage insurance premium. And it's worth talking about, but it's a small difference. If you're putting, that's a VA deal. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. Hold tight. The chart here, where if you, on the 30 years, if you put down at least 5%, On the conforming loans, 726.2 or less, it's going to be 0.5. So it's going to be slightly less, but nothing to write home about, right? This is maybe not huge where it's cutting mortgages by 20% on price, but it's something. And especially those who are right on the brink, they barely qualify, the difference of $50, $75, $100 a month is definitely going to make a difference. Okay. So this one's been overlooked the last couple of days, and I had it here. I showed it briefly. VA loans have a change coming April 7th, 2023. And that's the funding fee is going down to 2.15 on the first time use, 3.3% on subsequent use. I don't think this has nearly the effect that the FHA reduction have, because this is just really like a fee that gets rolled into the total loan amount. VA loans are great loans prior. They're going to be great loans after. It's just going to be, for the average VA borrower, $1,500 or so savings on the upfront cost of it. So that's that. Follow-up question everyone wants to ask is, I've got a current FHA loan in process. Do I get a discount? Or I just closed on an FHA loan. How do I get the new premium? Unfortunately, and they haven't even announced this yet as of me recording this, but FHA generally does it like this. It's only going to be for FHA case numbers pulled on or after March 20th, 2023, which means if you've got a current loan in process, you're paying 0.85. If you got a loan that already closed, you pay 0.85. Only way to change that is through a refinance. If it makes sense to do a streamline refinance 6 months, 9 months, 12 months after you've purchased, maybe the rate is lower and you lower that mortgage insurance premium, then you can do a streamlined refinance. Those are super easy to do. Me and my team are happy to help. But make sure you run the scenario and it makes sense, because there's going to be baked in fees. You don't necessarily want to do it. But as somebody who wrote 100 FHA streamlines, we certainly can take a look. And that's going to take mortgage interest rates trickling down a little bit to make sense. Where, maybe you go from a 6.5 to a 5.75 and you lower that mortgage insurance premium. That would be something that would make sense. So greatmortgagebroker.com to connect with my team if you want to do that. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. We're more than happy to help. This is good news for first-time home buyers, good news for FHA buyers. It's a little bit of, good news in a sea of, what feels like constant uptick in mortgage interest rates, but don't worry. Mortgage interest rates will come down the second half of 2023. I'm more sure of it than ever. Watch more videos on my channel for why mortgage rates will come down the second half of 2023. But thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Check out 700 plus other videos on this channel here.